What's going on, y'all? We back at it with another one, man. So we got a full cast tonight. You already know these some regulars here on the show, man. Really no big introduction, but we got Legend back in the building. We got Steph checking back in. It's
Hi.
been a minute. We gonna say what up to that boy Eddie West, man. He back.
What's up with it, y'all?
Yes, sir. And we got
And
reflection.
Mr. Jekyll and Hyde standing
That's
on every
right, man.
fucking thing. Two Face, Mr. Two Face.
Hell yeah.
I,
No, I'm your host, man. My name Freddie Benz. When we say AKA, he's a walking flag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I read the comments. I see what y'all be saying, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Stop calling me, stop screenshotting me, telling me, look what they said, man. Look what she said and they said. Don't tell me what they said. Tell me what Night said. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hear about that. But yeah.
Speak on it.
So check this
Speak
out, man.
on
We're
it.
gonna go ahead and jump right into this, man. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time because I know we talked about this a little bit before in the past, but it had got brought up again just recently. But I wanted to get y'all input on if being in a relationship, is it okay? And do you think men and women can be friends? Could you have a girlfriend and can your girlfriend have a friend, be friends with a male? Go out, hang out with them, even when you're not around and all of that, and vice versa. Could you have a boyfriend, Steph, and could he go out hanging out with this woman all night, go have drinks and all this shit? So when we go here, since you're the only woman here, Stephanie, let's start with you first, man. What your opinion is?
I think yeah. I think so. I think when you hide shit, that's when you're up to no good. And I think that people could have friends without doing anything crazy. I think it has to. You have to be open and communicate that, and like they have to be well, like know each other. You know what I mean? Um, but I mean, it's not something I would do on the regular. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of out of pocket. You know what I mean? It's kind of disrespectful. But I think if we maybe people can have friends without doing any crazy shady shit. But
that's
as far as
bullshit.
kicking it and going out, I think that's a little pushing it. That's just for me, but
Yeah, I think
Yo,
it's
yo,
bullshit.
your
I
sound
think
going
it's
in and
bullshit.
out, but I'm gonna let Eddie West speak up on it, man.
I don't think the majority of the people be comfortable with nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because in the back of your mind, if they spending too much time, then what is they doing? You feel me? If you in a serious committed relationship with somebody else, and then that you with, has a friend of the opposite sex that they spending a bunch of time and doing this with that and the other. I think the majority of the people is gonna have an issue with that. Now, I also think it's on how it was presented to you too. When you met the person that you was this person already your best friend? How long y'all been best friends? Do this person have somebody? You know what I mean? If this person is, like, I think those would be some of the dynamics that would probably go in the favor of. But I still think
yeah.
the majority of people would disapprove of it. Because I mean, just think about it. You want some dude hanging out with your girl, they're going to eat ice cream and having a good old time and going out to steak dinner. You know what I mean? Just think about it. In the back of your mind, even if you was cool with it in the back of your mind, you gonna still think, damn, either he smashed or he's still smashing. You feel me?
Hmm.
And vice
Mm.
versa. Most way, how, vice versa. Really, women really gonna be, they gonna be on slow like hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like it would never fly. And less of how it was introduced, I think. That had a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? But the majority of women gonna be like, hell no. Majority of dudes gonna be like, hell no. You don't want some dude pulling up to your crib, your girl hopping in, talking about we finna go to the mall. We finna just run to the mall. Nigga, please.
Talk about we'll be right back.
Yeah, you feel me? Oh, we about to go have some drinks. Nigga, hell no. Y'all got me fucked up.
You feel me? What you think about a reflection?
You know how they say there's always an exception to the rules. You're probably looking at the only person that is that exception or accomplished that friendship with a woman. I miss her to death. I do believe this woman was my soulmate outside of the bedroom. I miss this girl. Her name was Arlene Santiago. She was married. I approached her. She told
That
me
nigga,
she was married.
that nigga
I respected it. We even worked together, and I saw her the next day, and I respected her just the same. And off of that foundation, our relationship grew. She let her husband know who I was. We would go to lunch together. They would call him and say, "Hey, do you know your wife is at lunch with John?" I mean, our relationship just grew, and she told him that of all the guys she was going to get out of her life, she wasn't going to get me out of her life. And when I tell you I never violated him, I respected his marriage, but me and her were so close, man. It was just an emotional relationship. And that we had that going on for 10 years. She invited me and brought me into her family. Her mother and father questioned us and questioned it. She said, John is good. And that 10th year, we fucked it up because we finally had sex.
See,
The worst sex I've ever had, and I regret it. I regret it to this day, bro. And then I flew back to Buffalo. She found out I was coming back to Buffalo to record a record. My sister was managing me at the time, so my sister had control of my social media. So she DM'd me. She was excited. She said, "Hey, I'm not married no more." So I knew what time it was, and I was so distracted trying to get with her that I fucked up the studio time and everything. She came over to my sister's house. I was babysitting for my sister. My sister was out of town. And man, she came over the first time. We kissed the first time, and it was so trash. It was so it felt like kissing plastic. And then that next day we went in. We tried that next day we went in, and I couldn't get the homie up, and it was trash.
Well, you know they say most affairs take place at most affairs happen at the workplace. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Most affairs, and here you was a co-worker, and look what happened.
No, but we didn't break
already, so that's where there's a problem. It's different.
No, we didn't violate. We didn't violate.
10 years later.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying
she was separated.
For me, a friend is a friend, and I don't think outside of the bounds of a friendship. I don't think, oh, this person's hand. I don't think anything outside of we're friends. I don't think shit about anything outside of that.
All right,
so the second you start to step out of bounds with even thinking it, that's a red flag. You know what I mean?
Hold on. You got to still stay on reflection real quick. Because we
did that 10th year she separated. That 10th year.
You met her at the workplace. That's where you met her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you spent all this time, years and years and years, and y'all became close. That seed's already planted now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I never violated. I never crossed lines.
You might not have done it while she was together, but as soon as they separated, that's when your opportunity was.
That's when your opportunity arrived. You slid in that motherfucker. Clean up man. Hey.
Yeah, you clean up man.
But with me, I hate it because I didn't want that.
But you did.
I never wanted that. It was the friendship. I'm almost done. The friendship was so valuable to me. I didn't want the sexual side because I knew that feeling. I've never felt that feeling ever. I'll never find that ever again. I hate it.
But you did it. So that means leading up into that point, there was a fucking interest.
So either there's all that. It's either you wanted to from the jump, but you already said that, or you.
Hold on, Steph. So that already lets you know that through the course of time that was getting spent, y'all was building up the anticipation for the opportunity when it presented itself. So that's still the same shit. If a motherfucker spent all that much time,
she was. I wasn't.
But it still happened. My point is, if it would got introduced as, okay, this is my friend, y'all spend a hell of time at work, then outside of work, you coming around the family, then as soon as the opportunity presented itself, you smashed. So that means leading up to that, there had to be some indication that at some point he was gonna get them draws.
With her,
he was gonna get them draws.
I was single. So it was harder for her not to fantasize about me than me fantasize about her, because I grew up in church home and my dad taught me about respect and respect a woman and this. So at those years, I was not the guy I am today. Like I was not the guy I am today. Those years back then, I was a virgin the way I treated women to the fullest. I was always the gay guy with the girl without being gay. I was always that guy that women felt comfortable around. They were safe around because I never violated. I was the dude that niggas say, bro, you didn't hit that? So with her, I was always that guy. I was that good guy. I wasn't a Forrest Gump, but I was definitely that good guy.
But then you hit that though. You still hit it. So at the end of the day, that just further validates my point. Is what I'm saying. The majority of people ain't gonna be cool with it because it's if you can only spend so much time around a motherfucker before you know what I'm saying. There becomes something. It may not be all the time attraction, but at some point it becomes a point where y'all spending that much time with each other, getting that familiar with it, you get comfortable. A motherfucker get comfortable when you spend that much time with somebody. You know what I mean? It's all right, man. I speak for myself. I don't want no nigga getting comfortable with my girl, nigga. I don't give a fuck. So no, the answer is no. Fuck it. The answer is
no. It's no for me too. It's a no for me too. It's a no for me.
What's your opinion on it, Larry?
It's a no for him too. Now that he know that he'd have been caught the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a no for me because I didn't condone it. I just felt like I was the only person that exists that was dumb enough to be around a woman without making a move. I don't think other niggas would be dumb enough not to do that because it's in our nature to fuck. And I think I'm the only square nigga that would do that. I'm the only dude. Back then I was that dude that felt like even she questioned why I never made a move on her. Even she questioned before we actually did this.
Listen, son, look, don't worry. First of all, don't worry about what everybody else ain't doing. If the all them other niggas ain't making moves, don't worry about what the fuck moves them niggas ain't making.
No, but I said that's only why I admitted it.
Hold on, son. Don't worry about what them niggas is doing or what they not doing or whatever moves they doing. This because regardless, no matter what you and this girl's relationship was, there's always going to be niggas that's not making a moves and making a moves. Even though the opportunity might have presented itself, that was a line you never crossed, right? So soon as the opportunity presented itself, guess what the first thing you did? You crossed the fucking line. You crossed that motherfucker.
What with me?
Hold on, fam. I listened to the whole shit. Hold on, son. I got you. Hold on. But the fact is this. The first time it presented itself, you crossed that motherfucker. You say that, yo, you never violated or she never did this. The first time, because here's the thing. Who's to say that the first time she never threw the pussy at you because not only did you not violate, but she didn't violate either. She didn't violate her husband, boyfriend, whatever it was at that point, right? So who's to say that the first time she threw it at you, you wouldn't have violated? Because if
she never did.
Hold on.
She never did. That was that one time.
Hold on. If you was gonna cross that line, fam, you was gonna cross it any motherfucking way. It just took the opportunity to present itself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was gonna cross if that line was meant to be crossed, it's gonna get crossed. If you was gonna smash,
she was single when I crossed it.
You was gonna smash then.
She was single. You have to emphasize that.
Now.
No, she was single.
But
Larry, she was single. You have to. So that gets rid of her being married to her husband.
Hey, yo,
she was single. I crossed the line with a single woman.
Hey, yo, look.
With a single woman. You have to drive that point home.
Hey, look. Here's the thing that 80 pointed out that you're not getting that just like flew out the other ear, right?
Right.
The build up to it. Yo, son, if my shorty, right, if she got it, I don't give a fuck. My shorty got male friends. But if her male friends, if she's introducing this nigga to her family, that's antenna. Nigga, my antenna's automatically going up.
Yeah.
He ain't gotta violate. He ain't gotta wait till we single. Right now, I'm already like, what? Like, what you mean?
Right.
You doing family functions? Nigga, that's my spot. So when she's introducing the nigga to family and you saying that you was meeting family, you doing all this other shit, and even the family was questioning the shit. You didn't see what was going on.
You was setting the tone, nigga. You was setting the tone.
Maybe you didn't see that it was building up to become this, but again, that's what was happening. All of that shit was festering, and you was busy being the good guy friend. Maybe that's what it was. But this is what was really going on. And because look, I've been friends with females where they try to smash, and I'm like, yo, I can't do this, man. Like, I respect you too much, and I ain't even been part of the family. I never met their parents, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for you. Everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, I've lost female friends because of it, and I've retained female friends because of it.
Yeah.
Some people got it, some people didn't. Some females understood, and some females didn't. But I've been in that situation where, even though I wouldn't be violating right now, nigga, pussy's not a problem. You get pussy anywhere. That one, hands off, my nigga. Hands off. No, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Out of respect for our friendship, I've literally done that shit before, my nigga. So if you couldn't do that once they did break up, you might as well have just violated from the fucking beginning, because this is what it all the shit when you wasn't violating and all the shit when you was on your best behavior. This is what
ready for it. He was setting it up, man. He was winding up for the pitch, man. He was winding up for it.
This part, the ending is what not making sense, Larry.
So what he's
You
saying-
don't violate with a single woman.
No, what he's
How
saying
is
is
that violated?
No. You violate the friendship.
The point that he was making was this.
It's the friendship.
The point that he was making was this, though. This the point he was making, though. When the opportunity presented itself, you took it. If the opportunity would have presented itself while she was still married, you would have took it, because you was already grooming. You was already grooming it. You was already. You was already greasing it up.
I had plenty of time to do it. I wouldn't have. I enjoyed what we had so much. I had several private opportunities with her, several. And my goal was, I already had made up in my mind, I'm not doing it. I made up in my
let me
mind.
ask you this. Hey, let me ask you this.
I told y'all, I'm probably the only exception to the rule. That will probably never happen to another nigga again. I didn't do it.
Yo, let me ask you this, Sam. Let me ask you this. All of these opportunities that you're talking about, was those the opportunities that she was throwing it at you?
She wasn't throwing it. We were private.
Okay. We're gonna cut it right there. Do you understand? If the reason, listen to what you just said, bro. Listen to the question I just asked you and your answer. This shit all boils on to the woman. It's the woman. It's up to the female whether that shit happens or not. So if you say you had the opportunity to make shit happen, but she wasn't throwing it at you, whether you think that shit was true or not, if she's not throwing it at you and she's not gonna let it happen, guess what's not gonna happen unless you rape her?
She never threw it at me. She never threw it at me. She never threw it at me.
That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna happen. And I just asked you, did she give you the green light or not? And you said no.
Wait, let me clarify. Those private moments we had wasn't her throwing it at me. Those are just private moments that we were sharing as friends. I could have been the nigga that made the move. I never made the move.
But that's what I just asked you.
If she would have made the move, you would have took it.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't have. The only why I took it because she was no longer married. That's the only reason.
Reflection. Let me ask you this. Let me just ask you this. Let's switch this around. Let's say you have a girlfriend and I'm her friend. And I've been coming in your house telling I'm just her friend. And we just kicking it for years, 10 years. The day y'all break up, me and her have sex. How would you feel? Would you be like, yeah, that nigga was plotting on my girl the whole time?
Or you would have thought he was smashing
you violated at the time of the relationship or after the relationship ended. It's going to feel the same way.
Because it don't take a nigga 10 years to make a move.
You got the opportunity 10 years later and you made the move.
I made the move knowing that she's separated. That made me comfortable.
But that was
not comfortable violating another man. I was not comfortable violating my friendship that I had. It was heaven. I cherished it. It sounds corny, but it's fact.
I hear what you're saying. All right, but look, so how you think dude feel right now? You don't think dude, if he know that you smashed afterwards, you don't think that he think that you were smashing the whole time, or that you were just waiting for your?
He was bothered. He was bothered, but he lost his power in the relationship. She made more money than him. There were so many barriers that put him last in her. So he allowed that door opener, but I still never seized the opportunity. I gave that nigga back his pride. I never took that from him because I put myself in his shoes. I never
All right,
took
so
that
if you
from her.
really,
She
so
even hooked me up with her younger sister to deflect it.
Oh, you kept it in the family. God damn.
Yeah, her,
hey,
her
look,
younger sister,
hey, yo,
her
look,
younger
reflect.
sister, and
Hey,
this woman is attractive, and her sister was just as attractive, and she hooked me up with her younger sister. So I started dating her younger sister, but I never had any mind to violate that man or
hey,
violate
yo,
my
look,
friendship with
hey,
his
yo,
wife.
son, look, hey, yo, son, look. So if you say that you put you put yourself in that man's shoes, really
Yeah.
put yourself in that man's shoes. Now, if say like you was him, and if not, if fuck if it was your girl, and if it's you, if you were him, and your ex, soon as you and your ex broke up, the same friend that was meeting her family while you was sitting in the crib, and you knew of this nigga meeting her family and doing all his family functions, as soon as you and that girl broke up and he smashed, how would you feel? Would you not feel like, yo, this she been, you can't, this shit don't happen overnight, my nigga. You had to have, they had to have, hold on. There has to have been some kind of connection. There has to have been some kind of emotional connection, sexual
It was
connection,
emotional
whatever.
connection.
Hold on. So when
It was
as
emotional
soon as you and her break up and she smashed that nigga, she been thinking about smash that nigga. She didn't just wake up and say, I'm gonna smash this nigga. He didn't just wake up and say, I'm gonna smash shorty. They been have those feelings for each other. Whether this shit happen or not is a totally different story. But this didn't just happen overnight. So what we're trying to explain to you is all of that time, and this is what I said, these are my words. Whether you realized it or not, this is what was going on behind the scenes. Maybe
No,
you
I had
didn't
no
realize you
intentions.
had
You
feelings
can't
for
force
her
that
or
on me.
sexual
Larry,
attraction
I
to
had
her
no
or whatever.
sexual intentions. I had no sexual intentions at all. You can't force
Nigga.
that into me. I had no sexual intentions. When her husband
Oh,
was around,
shit.
me and her conducted ourselves the same way.
So you
He
just a man
understood
whore.
it.
So you just a man whore, huh?
No.
He respected me. He was bothered, but he respected me. And he tried to find the bad guy in me, and he couldn't find it because he put some dogs on me. He put his watchers on me, and the story would come back to him. That nigga's good. I was the opposite of Scarface. I was the
Hey,
nigga that he knew, okay, I'm not comfortable with it, but I know my wife likes you. She's attracted to you, but not in a sexual sense. My goal
hey,
was never to violate and have sex with her, ever.
That nigga want to fight you right now.
Steph.
I was a
So-
jealous ass nigga though, son.
So Steph, hold on. Let me ask Steph. So Steph, you married and you got a dude. That's your dude. Y'all married the whole nine, whoop de whoop. But you got a best friend that's a male dude. You introducing them to the family. Y'all spending all that time together. As soon as y'all break up, as soon as you and your husband get a divorce and you smash your friend, are you telling me that wasn't built up over that time that y'all was spending?
Can't hear you.
Oh, your mic ain't on.
Her mic ain't on. Turn your mic on.
It was built up in her, not in me.
Yo, we can't hear you. Hold on. Like, hold on. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No,
No,
we can't
Steph,
hear
Steph, you there?
We can't hear Stephanie. You're not even on mute. We just can't hear you. I don't know.
Man, well, shit, man.
You don't log out, log back in.
All I know is you don't just slip into some pussy, man. On
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
call
a
it,
build-up
and
to that.
you know what I feel like it was.
You might be 100% being honest that you didn't have any
I'm
of those
dead ass.
intentions. But
You
in
know
the
what?
process of spending time, it became a comfort level, whether you was intentionally looking for it or not. At some point, that was probably bound to happen, whether they was married or not. It just led up to the time where you had the opportunity to actually do it.
Can you hear me?
I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna cut it short. I guess the only thing that I could relate our relationship with, and this is gonna sound corny, the way Jada described her relationship with Tupac. It was of that level for me, and I'm mad at her because most women, to take their relationship to a new level, they gauge it on sex, right? I love that woman so much that if we couldn't have sex, I would have loved her to the day I died. That's how much I loved her outside of sex. Unlike her, she gauged our next level on sex. So the night we had sex, she was using that as the foundation to prove are we meant to be. That was not my agenda. That was not my agenda.
The reason why that shit was trash is because it was never meant to happen.
That's why I said that was. That's why I said
that's why it was.
It wasn't meant to happen. So I was right the whole time. I was right to not fall towards that direction sexually.
But here's the thing, right? Sex is 80. I'm gonna tell you, and this is my personal opinion, this might be accurate. Some people might agree, some people might not. Sex is 80% mental. You know what I'm saying? 20%.
That's where I got her.
At least 80% mental. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you wasn't mentally there, your dick would have never got hard for your best friend, for your homegirl. Because again, like I said, I have female friends that it ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen,
bro. It didn't happen. It didn't work.
But y'all fucked.
It didn't work. Huh?
Y'all fucked.
No, we attempted to. I'm talking about draws coming off, everything on top of me, be on top of her. It didn't work, bro. I couldn't get the jump off up.
Okay, so y'all didn't. I got female friends that draws ain't even come off.
Hey, listen.
No, everything came off. We did the whole night, but when it was time to go in, I just couldn't get the shorty up, bro.
Steph, answer the question. Steph. 10 years.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We get a little better.
10 years.
I feel attraction just from the gate. Like he was like at her at the beginning, right? Because she happened to be married. I think that right there off top flag.
I didn't know she was married.
But I mean, like we said, something, right? And I think that the is something that started from the jump, because he said he had a holler at her.
I didn't know she was married.
So
she told me she was married.
Hey Steph,
so I feel like the second you cross the line to try to, even
yeah, her Wi-Fi, boy, I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, she got that bootleg shit.
Man, that's why we saying log in early so we can test this stuff out, man. Because boy,
hey, but look, let me.
I didn't know she was married. I didn't know she was married when I approached her. She told me she was married.
All right, so quick, real quick. Before we jump over, I never got to really answer the base question. The base question: is it possible? Right? I feel like. Yeah, it's possible if as long as that man and that woman respect each other's boundaries, because there's dudes that's like, yo, we was cool, but she trying to fuck a nigga and she know I'm married or she know I'm in a serious relationship or whatever the fuck it is, right? As long as y'all understand each other, and it's vice versa, because there's dudes that be trying to smash they.
It's not possible, Larry. I don't believe it's possible. I think I was 1 in a million.
I'm giving you my opinion. This is my opinion. There's and matter of fact, I'm basing my opinion off a true story. Put it that way. There's dudes out there that will try to smash their female friend, whether it's best friend or just a female friend. We all got female friends, and we have some female friends that are really close to us, like sisters to us or whatever the fuck, that we would never even. We too busy. Instead of smashing them, we trying to smash niggas out. You understand what I'm saying? So we all got female friends like that. And there's females that got dudes that they respect their friendship to where this is what it is, and it ain't going no further. You know what I'm saying? So I do think it is, but like there's people in relationships where women ain't trying to hear they man being friends, just friends, and ain't no fucking going on with no female and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And once you get the jealousy out of it.
This the thing too, though. Like you can I got a bunch of female friends like that I've known for years. I'm talking about since elementary, junior high type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going off to the movie. I ain't gonna be in a relationship and going to the movies with them and hanging out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Going out to dinner, having drinks and all that old bullshit. And hey, nobody, that ain't gonna fly. You know what I mean? We can still be friends. but we ain't friends to where I'm going to the family functions or I'm pulling up, hop on in, let's go to Starbucks and go to there's a limit to where it could be, especially depending on the degree of the situation. Like I said, now I got some close female friends, but they're more like family because I done known them for so goddamn long. We know each other's families, ain't never had sex, none of that, the whole nine, and introduced into a new relationship that was already viewed as like family. You know what I mean? But I still feel there's still lines on that as well because these female friends of mine that are like family members, they're also married. They're also, you know what I mean? Like our families are intertwined in together. You know what I mean? And so those dynamics can separate where someone would feel like, okay, maybe they was messing around. Been married 20 years, got kids or whatever the deal is, you know what I mean? But the person that they still with the whole nine, and it can be viewed like that. But now you got to flip it on the flip side. So if your spouse is, you see, okay, you got this best friend, but she's single, you know what I mean? She ain't got no kids, or she flirtatious by nature, or she look hella good. Because if she bad, your girl go automatically think like, hell no, nigga, this ain't gonna fly. Like, that it's just certain things. It just ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? If she bad, if she's single, she not married, you know what I mean? It's gonna look kind of funny. Like, well, damn, if y'all do anything, whether you going over for some gumbo or going to watch the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? It could be something of that magnitude. It don't even got to be where y'all just kicking on a regular basis. She can even come with you. She can come with you if it's cool like that. Like your girl can come with you to go hang with your friend. But if there's certain flags that stand out, your girl gonna be like, hell no. And same way with a dude. You know what I mean? If dude married,
I'll get the baddest bitch to go try to get at my dude. I wish the fuck, you know what I mean? Because for me, it's like, you're gonna do me a solid, really. I don't want to fucking go 20 years in and then find out. You know what I mean? I feel like we're saying there's friendship and there's lines, right? We're not gonna obviously go kick it with you like shit type of shit like that. But I feel like some dudes are just the way they are. I'm not saying they're all like that, but I'd rather just cut to the chase and just let me know so I don't waste time than, you know what I mean? Than have me go 20 years in and then find out, you know what I mean? That this is what it was.
But see, that's the difference though, when I'm talking about a genuine friendship though. Like I'm saying, like I got female friends that are like sisters to me. That I'll slap.
No, I got friends too that are like brothers, but I got friends too that are friends that still smack.
One at a time. We couldn't hear. One at a time. Go ahead.
I got friends that we've all known each other for the same amount of time, and they smash each other. Like, it's crazy.
But see, that's so that's not the definition of that best friend. Because if they're in a relationship, if you're in a real relationship, a committed relationship with somebody, you shouldn't be smashing nobody else any goddamn way. So friend or not, that ain't no different than you just knocking somebody brand new and just smashing. If that's the case, you shouldn't be smashing nobody. And that's what I mean. So that's not a good example, because obviously in that relationship, if the other person finds out, they're not going to be happy with knowing that the person who they thought was their friend was smashing their dude.
Well, they both have been in with other people, and then it's like their excuses. They always come back when they supposedly fall apart or whatever, their relationship don't work out. Then that's their excuse that they're depressed, and that's why they're back together. But it's always been like it's just some weird ass shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo,
it's just a weird.
You know what that's called?
Little thing they got.
That's called friends. That's called friends with benefits. Yeah. That's what we call friends with benefits. That's not no regular ass like. We talking about friendship, like real friendship.
Yeah.
That's some friends with benefits. That's next level friendship. That's the ones. That's the friendship that every dude on this show is like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Every dude on the planet was like, hell to the nah. Because I really don't mind. I don't mind my girl keeping male companions and male friends and all that shit. Just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I walked into our relationship. And I have female friends, and I'm not just gonna be like, well, we can't be friends. I've been friends with females over 10 years. I'm not gonna just cut them off because you and your motherfucking feelings. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna come to understanding. You know what I'm saying? But if like what you saying, there's gonna be a little bit of sexual activity going on, that it ain't friends, it's friends with benefits. And that's a totally different level of the shit. You see what I'm saying? So
And I feel like
Once
it
you-
totally messes up the dynamic because it's like if you saw like the way we interact, me and him, versus my friend and him, it's two different. It's like you can't compare the two because that respect is out the window. You know, once you cross those lines, it's just, you know what I mean? You just can't do that.
right.
And I feel like from the jump, if somebody tries to get at you, it fucks the vibe up off top, straight up for me. Even if I'm like, no, fuck that, you know, we're friends, I'll cut somebody off because I feel like you shouldn't have crossed those bounds. It just makes it weird, you know?
Hey, but I think that we've all had at least one. I know I have, but I think it's safe to say that we've all had at least one friend who we smashed, and we still friends. Like at least I have. Like I've had female friends where
I know.
that shit didn't change the dynamics. It didn't change the dynamics of our friendship whatsoever. We understand. She got a dude, I got a shorty, and it happened, and it didn't change. It ain't my feelings. Our feelings didn't grow. Our feelings didn't diminish. Nothing changed. Like none of the dynamics of our friendships changed, whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not, and that's just me answering the question as a whole, like broadly. Like, can you be friends? Not even just friends with benefits, but can you be friends? Because like we already talked about earlier, like Son said, Son smashed his friend or best friend or whoever, whatever it was, and that should just ruin their relationship. But sometimes you can be friends and you smash your friend, and it's like, I
But
can't
it
believe
ain't, that ain't the same.
that's right.
Because
You know what
once
I'm
you
saying?
smash, because once you smash, that level of understanding gonna be out the door. You can't present this person to your person and say, oh yeah, this is my best friend, but we don't fuck around or that, because you already smashed.
Nah, you grind me after that.
It's after you smash, it's a wrap. So I'll
Yeah.
keep it a buck. All the female friends that I got that been my female friends since we was like kids. I'm talking about the friends. Just we ain't talking about ones that I used to smash and I still see every now and then. And I'm talking about like real like homegirls that I really tap in with, really fuck with. I ain't smashed none of them. I ain't smashed none of them. And I think that's why we've been friends for 30 years, for over 30 years. Because if I'd have smashed, we wouldn't still be friends. Because there would have been some level of there would have been some level of attraction at some point that would have faded away. But between, you know what I mean? I'm just keeping it in a buck. Like because as long if I smash and then we still kicking it 30 years later, guaranteed I smashed a gang of times in between then and then. Ain't no way around that.
Yeah. I just wanted to cry one time.
Yeah, you feel me? Ain't no way around that. So once you open up Pandora's box and you put yourself in there, then that automatically takes away the fact that y'all can still be cool. That person might still be cool with you to this day. But the fact that you smashed, you can't never introduce this person as, oh yeah, this is my friend, to the person that you plan on really being with.
True.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. We're not. Yeah, it's over. We're not friends no more. She dead it that quick. She said she went through a lot to come over there.
You can't introduce
I think for me, the
went through a
second
lot.
they try, it just I
It's
just cut them off because I'm a woman, so it's different. You know what I mean? I think it's a respect thing. Like the second you even go there, it's like I'll cut you off. I don't care
Hey,
because I'm a
Steph,
female, so it's that's something that's more something that's important to me. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
And
say this when
I
I'm
feel like
done
it's
of this
disrespectful.
conversation. I just have a question for Steph. Are you having false clarity on my approach to her? I didn't know she was married. I approached her with the assumption that she was a
No,
single
I know.
female. And then after she let me know that she was married, I left it alone.
You guys
And I
stayed
think
friends.
like most women assume, when they see you the next day, you're gonna feel some type of way. I think what drew her bond with me was I still treated her with the utmost respect, even though I knew that she told me she had a man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, and I get that, and I understand that guys can view it that way. For me personally, I just, and this is just me, I feel like that off top, like that right there, it was the intent from the jump, right? Even though you're respectful and all that, for me, it's like once the intent or once you cross the line just by even thinking it, for me, I feel like I think it's disrespectful as a woman. It's not going to be the same for dudes, but for me, I think it's out of pocket, and I just
No,
won't
you
even.
can't
Hey.
you can't discredit a man for approaching you thinking you're single, even though he now finds out you're in a relationship. You shouldn't disrespect a man
No,
for that.
I'm
He
not
doesn't-
saying in regards to your scenario. I get your scenario, but what I'm saying is, for me, like if we're friends and then you try to cross the line later, because that's for me, from my experience, a couple of times, that's how it's happened. It's
Oh,
never been
okay.
like, you know what I mean, from the jump.
And
So
so,
from my experience, it's been like we're friends, and then they try to do some dumb shit or say some crazy shit, and then they're cut
All right,
just right there because that
let me
tent's there.
address this comment. Let me address the comment here from Cornell, because he's been
Yeah.
trying to slide this in for a minute. When you guys claim that you have these friends, are you becoming joint friends? Are you bringing that person in to be friends with the both of you? Or are you guys keeping that
Yeah.
separated? Oh, this
You
is
have
this
to.
is my
You have
homegirl, or
to.
this is just my homeboy, but y'all don't
you
never
have to.
bring it together.
You have
Yeah.
to.
Of course.
Because
He
the
always
moment-
knew. He always knew every time we hung out, and we didn't hang out at movies together. Her and I hung out
Yeah, like I wouldn't.
90% of the
If I'm
time
with somebody and I have a
around him
friend,
and
I'm
the
not
family.
going to be, eating ice cream with dude somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let me ask you this then.
gotta-
Like,
gotta
Ada,
be
you
able
brought
to
it.
include that.
Ada, you
Yeah.
had mentioned this at a while ago. Does it matter how attractive the friend is? Would that bother you even more? If this nigga say this girl, this my friend, but she bad as hell, you
She
gonna tell
fine
me
as
you
hell.
ain't gonna be tripping?
No, I won't.
No, 'cause my assessment of a friend has nothing to do with looks.
Nah,
That's
man.
what they all say.
You know what he's
That's
trying
my
to
No,
say.
because
assessment.
because
It might,
that's
well,
like,
hold on, real quick. You might say that, but depending on what she looked like, you listen. Y'all might all have some. Let's just say girlfriends or guy friends, whatever you want to say. Y'all might have some friends. They'd be like, "Yeah, that ain't gonna happen," because you already know physically you're not attracted to them like that. So you know off the jump you would never do that. But you got that badass friend. And if that opportunity was there, you're gonna tell me if she
Oh,
said,
she
"Come
was
on, let's
bad as
go,"
fuck, and
you're
her
not
sister.
gonna do
Her
it?
sister was bad as fuck. She was bad as fuck, and her sister was bad. As fuck.
I wouldn't. I don't want to control nobody. Like, you feel me? We don't have control over, and I'm not going to try to control anybody. Like, for starters, if I'm with you, I should be able to trust you with everything. You feel me? And if
You know,
that's the case, then
Hey, look.
Regardless of
because
keeping it
it's
a buck.
normal for humans to see an attractive dude or an attractive female, right? That's like
what we
human
saying
nature,
is, would
right?
it bother you though?
No,
What would he end up doing? Will it bother you if you
No.
brought this badass girl to your house talking about this is my friend and I'm going out to kick you with her with drinks?
mm-mm.
But see,
No.
that's where I think that's where I feel
All my
like
friends got BBLs and big boobs and all this shit. I don't
no.
like.
Listen,
I don't have none of that shit. So, and
I think
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's where
Yo.
the biggest problem. I think that's the biggest problem with this whole, with where the whole situation comes in at. The fact that when you're talking about going to go spend time with another individual and the person that you with, whether it's your wife or significant or your husband or whatever, is not involved in the activity. I think that's what makes shit like 10 times worse. Because 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10, if the assumption is gonna, I don't care what nobody say, the assumption is gonna be there. And if you're going to go do private shit with this person now, it's really gonna bring some type of arousal up. Like, okay, well, damn, somebody's out with my girl or somebody's out with my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
I
don't you
can
feel
bring some
like
clarity.
just the
I-
thought that they're gonna go do that off the jump, that off top tells you what you need to know. You don't even
I
need
can
to
bring
know
some
anything
clarity.
else.
I can bring
that's
some
what I'm
clarity
saying, like,
to that.
going to have private time with somebody else's significant other ain't it. I don't give a damn what nobody say. There's no really way that's ever gonna really just be smooth. You know what I mean? Now I can see. Now I can
But that's
see
what I'm
you got
saying.
some best
If
friends,
your wife
if you got a-
is trying to go kick it with her friend, I don't give a fuck if they're best friends from first grade. If she's trying to go kick it with her best friend without you there, that tells you what you need to know.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it. I think it's out of I
For
think
me,
it's just a respect thing. You know?
for me to bring some clarity to it, I've always attacked my situations with women the opposite of what most niggas did in their partnership and attacked their situations. My job, from standing on the outside looking in, niggas was always violating and crossing that line. If a woman says she liked his shoes, he couldn't just leave it there. He had to try to get at her. If she said she liked his hair, he couldn't just leave it there. He had to try to get at her. I always wanted to be that corny guy, even though I did it cool as fuck. I wanted to be that guy that did what she didn't expect. And that's what built that relationship with her and I. I did what she least expect. And I got my rocks off so much off of that, I kept wanting to do it just to create that emotional level.
You don't need to go no emotional level with no nigga girl. What the hell are you talking about?
Huh?
You don't need to go emotional level with no nigga girl. That's the problem.
I'm talking about with his acceptance. No, I'm talking about with his acceptance. He accepted it. What are you talking about, Vince? He accepted it. You killed that nigga. That's that nigga's problem. That's not my problem. He accepted it. What are you talking? Why you good for me for? Talk to that nigga. If that nigga accepted it, that's their problem. I didn't say that was my goal. Since it was established that we were friends, then I enjoyed the level of respect that I gave to it, which made her cherish it even more. It made her father, and you made her father cherish me even more. It made her mother cherish me even more because they knew I didn't violate it. Yeah, I got my rocks off that. It wasn't so much because, I'm getting rocks off another nigga's girl. I got my rocks off of what she gave me. She gave me trust not to violate, and I didn't violate. That's what I got my rocks off of. Not because she was attached to another nigga. Y'all always put a negative thing to it. You always put a negative thing to it. Huh? 10 years later, she was single. She was not attached. Yes, it don't matter because she's no longer with somebody.
Bro, check this out. Any one of y'all got a girl right now, and I met your girl, I met y'all family, I did all this and that, and y'all split up with y'all girl today. I'm not gonna go fuck your girl because she's single now.
I wasn't cool with him like that, Vince.
You had to be 10 years to go into that man's house.
No, not like that. No, I wasn't. Not like that. No, I was not. Me and him was not friends. We were acquaintances. We weren't friends through that relationship at all.
That proves the point. The question was
that's different what you're talking about.
The question was, can your girl have male friends?
No.
All right, because you would be the example of why she can't have one. Because the nigga gonna fuck.
I don't approve it. I don't approve it.
He said that.
Just because I was in that situation don't mean I approve it. I don't approve it.
Of course. You ain't gonna prove that because it don't affect you.
But no, I didn't. I didn't violate though.
I know.
Me and nigga wasn't friends. You talking about your homie smashing your girl when you break up. You talking about your homie smashing your girl when you break up. That was not that. This was not that. Me and this dude was not homies.
Okay. Let me put it like this. Cornell was on here asking a question, right? Okay, I met his wife before I met him. So me and her probably at this point would be considered closer than me and Cornell, right? If Cornell and his wife was not together, I'm not going to try to fuck his wife because they're single now.
What was your relationship with Cornell?
We cool, just like you and her dude was cool.
You and Cornell were friends,
but you were friends with the woman, though.
No, you and Cornell were friends. I know that for a fact. Me and this dude was not friends. We weren't even on a friend level. We was on an acquaintance, but
how would you not be cool with the dude and you and her being cool for 10 years, work together, and you said you been to that man's house?
He never disrespected me.
For you to even be in touch with his girl like that for so long and coming into his house.
He never approached me on some rah-rah, but he never liked me like that either.
He's putting his trust in you that you're not gonna cross the line. But soon as
he don't trust me. No, he's putting his trust in her.
He didn't trust you, you would have been in his house.
He didn't trust me. He didn't trust me. Who said he trusts me? He didn't trust me. He was trusting her. He was trusting her. He wasn't trusting me. That nigga wasn't trusting me. He was trusting her.
You see what happened when you put that trust in?
Yeah, so that's the whole point. Don't trust your girl.
So if Cornell say, if her husband felt some kind of way, would you would have backed off?
Yes, but damn sure. Yeah, I would have. I wouldn't go violate that dude. I didn't even want to go to. I didn't even go to Buffalo to do that. I went to Buffalo strictly for music. She pushed that envelope, and the only reason why I went there because I thought it was going to establish what I was after, and I wasn't after the sex. I was after a life with that woman outside of sex. That's what I was after.
The only thing that saved you from not crossing the only thing that saved you from not crossing the line technically is
she didn't do
you
it.
said she didn't get hard.
No,
that's the only thing
no,
that's prevented.
I said
if that motherfucker was on flagpole, you would have been fucking.
No. I had plenty of time to violate. I did.
The moment the opportunity presented itself, you smashed. My whole thing is
I smashed because I knew I had the freedom to take it to another level without violating somebody that she was with. And I didn't know the person like that she was with. I didn't hang out with this dude.
That's been established already, though. We established that. But the fact, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you would have never got to the point where did that nigga leave? That nigga
No,
ran
my phone died.
Okay.
That nigga leave.
That nigga ran off like he was
I love when I'm in the hot. I love when I'm in the hot seat.
Hey, but I think what the miscommunication is this. Everybody understands that you didn't violate because you didn't smash while she was married.
And I wasn't waiting to smash. I wasn't waiting to smash.
I know, but I get that. But just hear me out. Hear me out. I think the part that we try to get the clarification on and try to get you to understand is this: is that where the buildup came from? Y'all basically initiated the leadoff. You know, you play baseball, the nigga leading off the base, getting ready to get to the next base. That's what you was doing. You was basically greasing it up, getting ready.
Not me. I had no ulterior motive. I had no ulterior motive at all. I had no ulterior motive at all. I had no ulterior motive at all. I'm sorry if y'all can't. Hey, I'm sorry if you niggas can't relate with that because if this story sounds insane because I'm a dude and most dudes don't know how to conquer their sexuality. Most niggas don't know how to conquer their sexuality. I know how to conquer mine, and I did with that relationship. I'm sorry I can't help you if you don't understand that, but I know how to conquer my sexuality. I was 26 years old. I was 26. I was 27. A virgin at 27. You don't think I was going into town seeing other girls? When my father was sending me into town, it was chicks pulling me over my bike saying, "Where you gotta go home?" I'm in control. I'm in control. I conquer that.
That's not
I have proof of that.
That's not what we debating, bro. What I'm saying to you is this.
I'm not trying to. Let's get on.
You said I was greasing it up. I wasn't. You said I was greasing it up. I wasn't.
Going on here?
No, I was not.
You was greasing it up or not, nigga? You was
I was not.
Hey, because that time that you was spending, all it did was open up the door for when shit was available for you. You understand what I'm saying? It was like the grand opening. You know, you got to build the building up before you can do the goddamn grand opening, my nigga.
She DM'd me. She DM'd me when she broke up. And I'm not saying they broke up that day. I don't know the exact. I don't know the exact day they broke up. It could have been 6 months within that 12-month span. It could have been. I don't know the exact day. But she pursued and DM'd me.
At the end of the day, any motherfucker that let another dude spend that much time with his woman, lining her up, nigga, for the long drive, nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
No, you're right. You're right. In the reality world, you're in a real world dealing with niggas. You're right. I don't trust no man. I don't trust no man. I think I'm the only nigga that exists, and no disrespect to the male panel. I know for a fact I'm the only nigga that exists that will respect your girl to the fullest. If you left town for 2 years in a war and you told me, John, I need you to watch my home, watch my wife, I'm the only nigga that could pull that off ever. Because my brain and the way I was raised, I don't do that, bro. I've never violated ever. And I didn't have plans on doing it.
It's still out of pocket.
That sounds crazy.
I
That's
don't
like
know.
me saying, you know what? Hey, that's like me saying, you know what? I'm the only nigga in the world, and no disrespect to the panel, but I'm the only nigga in the world that'll do the same exact shit that this nigga fucking
No,
Reflection will do
because my
until
raising
they
was
break
different from
until they
y'all's.
break up.
No, my raising was different from y'all's. But that's the reason. That's the disadvantage. That's the separation. So I can't really gloat about it. But I was raised different. It's like a Catholic being compared to a Pentecostal. There's some different raising and upbringing that's going to establish that.
Nobody discrediting your character in the way that you.
Yeah, son.
All we simply saying is that at the end of the day, you wouldn't have been able to smash had you not been spending that time with her. And so the whole time while she was married and y'all was spending time, whether you or dude was cool or not, we already established all that. At the end of the day, you was lining up somebody woman, nigga, for whether
No, I wasn't lining her up. I wasn't lining her up though. Everything I did around her and him was genuine. Everything I did around her and him was genuine. There was no hand holding. There was no, oh, you look beautiful. None of that. It was just casual friends.
And he's
But it was genuine.
the whole time. So that's what it is. Either
All right.
no matter how
We
you
were
do it.
smashing the whole time.
We're gonna go ahead and change this goddamn subject, boy, because God.
And then Ben tried to turn him into a friend. He wasn't my friend. I didn't hate the nigga, but he wasn't my friend. I wasn't his.
But you
but still. You missed.
I will say this.
No, you can't put me in that category. He was not my friend.
Cornell crazy.
I will say this. I will say this. There is some circumstances where the opposite sex could be a friend, but I think there's lines that just can't be crossed in the process.
Right, you're right. You're right. And a lot of those us going on lunch break at work. Yeah.
Most situations it's not gonna work because of the jealous aspect of it and the whole nine.
Right, you're right.
For the most part, it all depends on the dynamics and how it was introduced. You know what I mean? So.
All right. What else, man?
Yep.
You got that king in here, man. Just joined the show, man. She said, "God damn it, just be single in."
Yo, what's up, ma?
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to chime in on this podcast. You know what I mean? I've been trying to get in on it. And I'm telling y'all, without trust and loyalty and that insecurity, that's what kills the cat. You know what I mean? If you insecure with your woman or your man, they could come and go as they please because you already know you taken care of and they not going to disrespect you with or without you. And that's how I look at it. And if you feel like you can't trust your woman or you can't trust your man, you might as well be single because that's insecurity.
Yep.
It's not about trust, though. Why put yourself in that vulnerable situation? So it's not about trust. You can't put yourself in a vulnerable situation like that. I don't condone what I did. I don't condone my relationship with her, even in knowing she was married, and even though she trusted me to violate. But you can't put yourself in a vulnerable situation. So fuck no, I would not allow my girl to be around another guy as friends ever.
You gotta be single then. You gotta be single then.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Because I allow my man to be around whoever he chooses to be around. You know what I mean? As long as I trust my man and I'm not insecure, you know what I mean? Everything
has nothing to do with insecurity. Has nothing to do with insecurity.
It has everything to do with insecurity.
If you keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. You keep playing with fire, you're going to get burnt. And you can teach your kids. You can teach your kids as much as you want at the house that don't do this and don't do that when you leave. Soon as they leave, they're going to do the very thing that you trusted them not to do. You can't play these games. You can't play these games with relationships.
If people are together and they're
ain't
both
no
doing
love
what
that
they
deep.
should be doing in their partnership.
Ain't no love that deep.
Straight up.
Ain't no love that deep.
3D goes.
Ain't no love that deep.
Hey, Cooper, can your girl go like on karaoke night with a bunch of men and go drinking? Is that okay?
No. Fuck no.
Why not? Why not?
Because who else is gonna be there? Picture her having a homegirl and they're going to a restaurant or a club. So now her homegirl has a nigga that she's meeting at that club. Now he brings his homie or he texts his homie and say, hey, pull up. So now that puts my girl in a compromising position. And then if my house ain't right with her, or she just left with her, and we just had an
No,
argument,
but
she's gonna be under the influence to do something, even if it's just casual.
Hey, you know what? That is
But
a
if you don't
good
trust the
argument
person you're
for the
with, then
next
why be with
topic.
somebody?
That's a Benz. That's a great argument for the next topic. You heard
All
what
right,
he just
cool.
said?
But let's get to the next
That's
topic,
a
man.
dope argument for the next
We
topic.
went overboard
I
on
got a
this
question
one.
real quick. I got a
What's
question
the
real quick.
next topic?
Hey, real quick.
Oh,
I got a
that's
question
a
real quick.
dope argument for the next topic. Real
Hey,
shit.
let me ask one question real quick to the sister that just chimed in. So you said it's all about being secure with knowing that your person is loyal, if your person is who they're supposed to be. So you mean to tell me you got if you got a man and his homegirl is coming to pick him up, they can go out and go have drinks and go eat dinner and go kick it, eat ice cream and go to the movies without you being there?
Without
cool
me
with that?
being there,
You cool with it?
I'm cool.
It's not about being secure with the other person. It's about being secure with ourselves. Because we know what we bring to the table, we know who we are, and we know who we're with.
Oh, you sound
You know what I mean?
But she cool with
No,
it.
to keep
Just
it
wait till that
100, to
10th
keep it
year.
100, I'm
Just
gonna
wait till
trust
that
my
10th
man to
year.
go out there and be with all of that, because I know what we got at home. He ain't gonna cross that line.
Yep.
There you
Shit.
go.
You gotta have no.
Yeah.
But you can't control the other person crossing that line. You're not living with that other person. You don't know what the
But you're
other
not
person is
supposed to. You
doing.
don't need
You
to.
It starts
don't
at
know the
home.
DMs. You don't. How do you trust that other person?
People
You
are
can trust your
individuals. You
man.
gotta let them be
You can trust
individuals.
your man all you want. How can you put trust in a person you don't even know
It ain't
like
gonna
that?
happen. It ain't gonna happen.
You need to be
No.
Because
single
it's
then
not
if you
your
don't know
job
him.
to trust other people. You gotta trust yourself. What you know what it is in
All right,
your partnership, right? And then
All
your
right.
partner, you know what it is too. So if you can't trust that person, then why are you together?
All right,
That
let's check
part.
this out. So we're gonna get
That
If they're
part.
gonna
let's
He's
go
step
ahead.
out,
single.
they're gonna do that, and then
Hey,
you know what it is.
this is
And
why
then,
we're gonna lead
you know
into
what I
the
mean?
next conversation. This sounds good, what y'all saying. Because I know goddamn well if either one of y'all is my girlfriend and one of y'all homegirls seen me out with my friend, they're gonna be calling y'all hella fat. You know, I just seen that nigga Fred. He over there with the girl right now at the yada yada. You know what I mean? It sound good. But check this
No,
out. So we're gonna
that's
lead
the
into this
part though.
question.
You already supposed to know where
Do
they at and what they doing. You ain't
look, do
supposed to catch
single
me doing
women
something.
hold on. We
You
gotta get to
supposed to
the next
already know, hey, I'm going out
hold
with
on,
Jill
hold on.
tonight. We going to
Next
have drinks,
subject.
baby. I'll be back at 2.
She too cool
Yep.
with it. She too cool
She
with
too
it, man. They
cool
give
It's
and
true
she'll
though.
have
Transparency is different than honesty.
Cállate.
Transparency means I
I
know
don't know
I'm
how to
done.
say it in Vietnamese. Hold on. We gotta get to the next subject.
Y'all
She
ain't
too
running into
cool
the
with it.
right women.
I want to know y'all opinion on this, and I want to know the truth. Do single women or women that's in a relationship already in a miserable relationship,
Uh-oh.
do they
That don't
keep
sound like a
other
relationship.
women single?
Say that
Yes,
I
again,
think
Tell the
Freddie.
I know
truth.
to
that for a
some
fact.
extent, in some
Yes,
scenarios, yes, but not
yes,
all of them.
because they need emotional support from that other chick. They need emotional support, and they can't get it if she's being distracted by her relationship at home. So their devious goal is to seduce that relationship to where it becomes hers, and that's
I
fact.
like the way you put
I've seen
that.
it.
I like
I've
the way
seen
you
it.
put that.
When women will seduce another woman's relationship to remove that, so that way now she can have that single emotional support. She can have somebody she can call and text whenever she wants. She ain't got to worry about the girl on the line saying, hey, my husband's home. I got to give him time. I'm cooking him food. She gets tired of that eventually. Women act like bitches too. They want that attention.
But I don't think they're intent. I don't think they think that. I think that's just
They
they
do that. They don't
unconsciously
think it.
are
They do it.
maybe in those scenarios.
Come on.
I
They
mean, I
do
think
it.
there are some women that do think like, oh, I'm a hater, you know what I mean? But that really ain't your friend if that's the case. You feel me?
So
And
let me
I
say
don't know.
it to you like this. Sometimes it don't necessarily got to be your friend. It could just be women in general that keep you single. They can give you bad advice. They can lead you a different direction. They'll tell you some shit that they won't even go do. You know what I mean? Like you can have an argument with your man and it could be something petty, and you confide into your homegirl or whoever, and you do have women out there that always got something negative to say. Hey, girl, you don't need that. Oh, he can't tell you what to do. Oh, girl, I wish a nigga would tell me. Oh, don't take this. Don't. You hear that all the time. So we can't play dumb like that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got single women that are trying to get you single so they can be in the streets running around her ass, or you can have somebody who ain't in a good relationship of her own. And people love misery. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say, misery loves company. Sometimes they be miserable. They see you happy in a relationship, and they want to give you all the salty ass advice. That happens way too much, man. Like they giving salty information so that they see somebody else happy, or they want what you got. You have to think about that too. Sometimes they want what you got. You feel me? So they're gonna try to throw you off your rocker so they can knock something down too. At the end of the day,
the biggest haters in amongst women are women. Women hate the most against other women. Facts. They hate the most against other women.
If you're solid and you're locked in with somebody, nobody's going to influence what you have going on. It doesn't matter what they try to do.
Regardless
of what you have with your person that's separate. And it doesn't matter if it's solid, then whatever, nobody's going to influence that.
Regardless what you do at the end of the day with the information you receive, you still receive the information. So the question is not what you would do when you receive the information, is do you get that information? You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. Girl, you don't need him. It could be the smallest fucking shit. And they telling you why is the first answer always about leaving?
Yeah.
You rarely hear somebody trying to make y'all stay in a relationship to work that shit out. Or what's the real problem? It be times when a woman is at fault and she's still trying to tell you to leave.
Because that's the whole poison that they putting into the system. Listen, man, let me tell you. You're going to get more motherfuckers that's going to tell them, you're going to get more females to tell other females they need to leave a dude, and 9 times out of 10, they single. They single. Or they in a unstructured relationship that they don't even know where it's going.
This is the inventory. This is the inventory.
But
This is the inventory.
You think their intent is to do that?
Hold on.
Because I don't think they think. Maybe they do it.
Hold on. One moment. Kayla just put this comment up to prove a point. She said it is true because there are apps out there where single women are seeking validation about a man that they just met from another woman. Why are you out there reaching out to another motherfucking woman by the dude you just met? Get to know that nigga for yourself.
There's an app that what?
You don't know what happened with them to split it up. There's always 2 sides to every story, but they'll be out there still trying to. Man, they'll be speaking to a woman they don't even know who they speaking to. Face covered and no name. How you know there ain't a fucking nigga on the other end of that? Why you running your mouth and gossiping? That could be a jealous ex-husband, jealous boyfriend, and you on there gossiping.
Yeah, real shit.
You don't know who you talking to or who you receiving that information from. You don't even know if that man even dated that woman, and you still listening to what this gossiping ass woman saying. That could be over there lying. And how you know she ain't lying to prevent you from dating a nigga? Because she's still in her feelings about him.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
There's not enough inventory being done. If this is how you do inventory in your relationship. If your husband or your spouse has more single friends than they do other friends that's in relationships, that's a planet problem. Those are planet problem seeds that's going to grow. Ain't no way a single friend should be hanging out more than what? Once or twice a month with someone who's not single, with her non-single friend. There's no way. You got all these single friends and you're in a relationship. That don't make no sense at all. That should draw red flags in your own mind and say, okay, I have too many single friends. I need more relationship friends.
That's real talk.
Real shit.
That's crazy.
Not that that makes it any better, but at the end of the day,
it does dumb it down though.
You're right.
That don't make it no better because they're in relationship. Because everybody's dynamics in their relationship is different. So you don't want nobody feeding no poison to your.
But at least you're there though, because most of the times you're double dating. So if I'm in a relationship and you and your girl come over, we're all four of us are there to watch the bullshit. Hey, why are you talking to him too much? You talk to him the whole time at dinner. Watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're able to coach and referee the shit. If you're talking to another couple, if you're dealing with another couple throughout
Well, I
the
never
month,
thought about it
then
like
you're able
this,
to
y'all.
coach the situation. So that's the part that will put you ahead of the game with that. So you brought up a good point about that sometimes can make it worse. No, because if I'm there with my girl and you there with your girl, that means you can't try to do no fuck shit to try to get at my girl and conversate with her too much.
What I'm talking about is just because your homegirl is in a relationship, that don't make it no better that she hanging around with, because she might be in some, ain't no telling what the dynamics of her relationship is. You know what I mean? She might be in a relationship where she, you know, where some shit go on that you might not approve of.
I know, but how many times? I know, but how many times? How many times are they gonna go out on a date by herself? I'm gonna be right there. Hey, where you going? Oh, I'm going to hang out.
I'm talking about with her and her homegirl. They can go. They gonna go. You ain't gonna go with them and be a third wheel while her and her homegirl going to hang out.
No, I'm saying under the guise of us being friends, like the four of us being friends. That if you want a social life, all four of us gonna socialize. We gonna go out every Friday, all four of us, or we gonna go out every Saturday, all four of us. That's how you kill that, because you're not dealing with a single friend. You're dealing with another friend who has to cater to her relationship as much you have to cater to yours. So if you have to cater to both partners, that means there's not gonna be no room for fuckery.
So you saying she can't go out without you then?
I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying for the most part, you need to dumb down how much single friends you have in your relationship, that your partner has in the relationship.
Let me try to share some with y'all real quick, man, if I can. And let me know if y'all hear.
Notice Black women, we do an outstanding job at keeping other Black women single. Girl, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them men. Girl, don't listen to them pygmies, girl. Wear what you want to wear. Talk how you want to talk. Go to whatever after hour spot you going to go to. Do you. Bar hop. Do you. Also, girl, your man is controlling. Couldn't be me. I'd be letting him go. Ain't no way. Ain't no man finna control me. Ever. What? Control who? What? Huh. Not me. Girl, please. Couldn't be me, baby. Keeping them single.
Wow.
Well, what I'm saying, see, just shit like that, like an example. See what I'm saying?
Hey, I love that shit right there, sir.
See?
I love that shit right there, sir. No argument. Hey, whoever, I know a lot of comments are not about to come in because
I'm just gonna shut up.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people about to shut the fuck up right now, so like.
Fuck, I mean, damn.
That's a clear example. That's a clear example of what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's a clear example right there. They gonna poison you. What you and your girl might got going on might be solid, but it's gonna be influences around that might try to poison what y'all got going on because they not happy. If you hear how she said what she said as she's trying to imitate the friend speaking out, that don't sound like a happy camper. You know what I mean? And the fact that they want to suggest how you operate in your relationship speaks volumes about the type of person that they are. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and you know, when you're younger, your crowds might move a little differently, but as you get older, I'm really starting to look at stuff like from a different angle. Like, you know what I mean? Because how many people do you really kick it with? You know what I mean? Like when you kick it, what is the dynamics of your social circle? You know what I mean? Is it you and your girl and then a bunch of other couples together? Is it you and your fellas when y'all kick it? Is it you kicking with family? Is it just you and your girl? So that's what I'm saying. So I think a lot of it got to do with the dynamics. You know what I mean? Like, because I see couples that be out sometimes and they'll all go out and they go kick it. And I think a lot of times that's the only way they can go kick it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times that's the restriction that get put on something. Okay, well, if you going, I'm going. I know I got some homeboys. I don't never see them niggas without their girl. And I'd be like, damn, nigga, can you do anything, nigga, without your girl? But at the same time, at the same time, I understand the dynamics of that, because if you and her is on that level of y'all is, you know, when y'all rocking together. You know what I mean? And so therefore they probably don't do a lot of stuff with other people. It probably don't be no separate time where, you know, he go with the fellas and she might go have girl day or go do that. It don't look like that be their dynamics. Cause I know a lot of people that's like that. And so if they cool with just being with them, that's cool. I think that's the cleanest, safest way for your relationship to be, unless you got friends that y'all got mutual friends. Like my man was saying, you know, he gonna go. I'm not going to go kick it with no nigga I don't know. I don't get down like that. And if I don't fuck with bro, we not gonna kick it anyways. I don't give a damn if my girl and your girl is cool. If you ain't a nigga that I fuck with, I'm not faking no friend date, nigga. That's not happening. So nigga, you know what I mean? Like I'm just not. I don't rock like that. I don't fuck with everybody. So you know what I mean? Like so either if they cool people, okay, cool. I acknowledge who they is and the whole nine. But if they gonna kick it, my girl and her friend gonna go kick it on their own time, do whatever they gonna do. And then that's gonna be that. But I ain't doing the double date just because my girl got a friend with a dude.
I'm a relationship type person. I've always been. I grew up seeking for a relationship. I sought for it so hard that my brother pulled me aside once and he said, "Hey, you need to stop looking for a wife." That's how I came out the gate. And until I was seasoned, I was corny with it. But pretty much every girl that I pursued, I wanted that to be my wife. Once I analyzed, my wife. So I'm definitely hard on relationships to the point to where I never felt like when I did have a relationship, she was supposed to go to the club by herself. I saw that weird. I always felt like, oh, no, we supposed to go to the club. What are you doing going to the club by yourself? So I was actually that nigga that you talked about, saying that everywhere I see this nigga, he's with his girl. It has nothing to do with insecurity. It has something to do with protecting what you worked for, what you're working for. You're saying to definitely before you get to that. Why would you sabotage that? Why would you sabotage a relationship that you're hoping to go to the altar? Why did you sabotage? You have to protect that with all your might. Not in an abusive way, not in an insecurity way, but you have to value who you're spending your time with. Every day I value. I'm not wasting that time. 365 days a year, I'm not wasting it. You have to look at it like that. How do you value your time? And if you're part of my life, I'm valuing that time. So it has to be mitigated how it's used.
If every time she go out, you got to go out with her, man, that's called haircut. You cuffing. You cuffing. At the end of the day, you cuffing. I
didn't say that meticulous, but I'm talking about highlighted areas, such as going to the club. You're not going to the club by yourself, dude. Probably because I'm working.
What business do your girl got going to the club?
It's probably if she go to the club because I'm working or I'm just tired, but it's not going to be too many times you're going to be going to the club by yourself.
That's what I'm saying. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of her going to the club by herself? If you're in a relationship, not to see if we was in our 20s, but in our 40s, and you popping out.
It goes back to gathering with friends. It goes back to gathering with friends.
What if it's like a moral support thing? But I get what you're saying. I understand. I have a different perspective now. But what I'm saying is, like, let's say you got a friend that's going through whatever she's going through, and you're just trying to be supportive or trying to get her mind off of whatever she got going on. Like, you're not dancing or nothing. You're just going to the bar just to get a couple drinks, and that's it. You go. You bounce.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Because it's not a routine thing. You know what I mean? It's not a routine thing. If that's her homegirl and you know that's her homegirl. Not
a routine thing. Yeah.
Now that's the operative word, routine. Anything that becomes a routine, you need to investigate it and understand what that direction is that it's going. If it becomes repetitive, you shut it down.
With routine comes habits. And if the habits is big building up, then you know it's with routine comes habits. You got some habits that's gonna come along with some routines, and that's the dynamics I'm talking about. Like you gotta know the level of the relationship you got with the person that you got it with. Some people is cool with it. Some people got the kind of relationship where they can be cool.
I mean, I would be cool with it. For me, it's like you can pull up wherever I'm at, whenever you want. You know, where you're welcome where I'm at. You know what I mean? And if you want to come on. If not, that's okay too.
Every time I saw my mom, she was with she was with my dad. And every time I saw my dad, he was with my mom. And it never stood out weird. It never, to me, that brought peace to me as a child, that brought wholesomeness, and that brought understanding to a relationship, to what I understood a relationship to be. Two people bonded together. There was no room to question separation and the reason for separation. To me, that brought warmth, that brought understanding of what a bond and relationship was supposed to be. So my concept of togetherness is totally different from today's generation, because today's generation has totally threw away the old school book. They don't go to that book of old school ways for nothing. Today's generation is totally ass backwards.
You won't play with that.
Totally ass backwards.
I'm gonna keep it real. If you in a committed relationship, and that's whether that's your wife or just your significant other leading up to being your wife or whatever the deal is, and that's where your heart is at, there ain't nothing wrong with you and your person spending all the time together. That's cool. For me personally, I think that's better. Because if I'm with my girl and if I'm doing everything with my girl, I ain't even finna be in no tempted situation. You know what I mean? I'd rather be with my girl anyway. If you really rocking with her like that, that's really it ain't no question about, like you said, how moms and pops was. It ain't no question about, okay, are we gonna be together in 10 years from now? Like, this is really your girl. Y'all married the whole night. I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that at all. But I do think there needs to be a balance. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have an outlet for yourself. She got to have an outlet for her. Y'all spend the rest of the 80% of the time together. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, the outlets is occupation. The outlets is occupation, your hobbies, your jobs. A nigga ain't going to be sitting around the house all day. That nigga got to go to work.
You got to have an outlet, because if you don't have an outlet, y'all going to burn each other out. So that's what I'm saying. That's cool. But it's just the friends. What type of friends do your girl have? That's what it really boiled down to. Because if she hang around motherfuckers that's questionable, then your girl questionable too. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah, facts.
If she got any salty influence around her, or any girls that she hang with that have any red flags or questionable, I don't give a damn what the birds of a feather flock together, motherfucker. Because why is you with this motherfucker? If you know
I'm trying to figure out.
What if they grew up together?
You feel me?
I'm trying to figure out.
What if they grew up together and one went left and the other one went the opposite way? For real.
No, that's
because I got a friend that's really like.
Listen to me. If your girl hang with girls that cheat on they dude, your girl cheating on you too. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Period, point blank.
Cordell stupid, man. You see this comment on the screen? God damn it.
Hey, real shit. Hey, but
I feel you on that.
That all boil back to what type of circle your girl got.
Know what he's talking about.
I mean? She might be in a solid ass circle of motherfuckers that ain't out doing that bullshit, and she cool with the people that she with in the whole nine. But it still boil back down to trust. It still boil back down to trust, but you do got to be diligent, because I know that if you got a friend that's faulty. You got a friend that's known to do some more, some scandalous shit. I ain't gonna want my girl kicking around her, because she liable to put you in some bullshit, and then I got to be involved with some bullshit because you hang around this fucking idiot.
Yeah, the friend definitely keep you in some bullshit. So let me ask y'all this then: when y'all was saying that y'all got to separate, like just the women have some time together, men have time. When y'all separate for that time, does it matter? Like what that time is where they're going. For an example, like let's just say if I'm in a relationship, my time away from her will probably be I met with the guys and all we doing is going riding on the bike or something, right?
Yeah.
Versus she kicking it with her single girlfriend, telling me I just need some moral support, but they got to go meet at the bar all the goddamn time or the club for the moral support. You know what I mean? Because it's two different things now.
Yeah,
we're doing something innocent, just riding the streets and coming home. You in a club setting where where alcohol involved, drunk, people hollering at you. Ain't nobody hollering at us on the bike with a helmet on. You know what I mean? Yeah. We just doing our thing.
Or we hitting the gym.
Is that important to y'all? Like,
make sure that invite is there. That's what has helped me when I've been in a relationship. When my girl is left to go with the girls, she's always said, "Babe, you're welcome to come." And even though
Yeah.
she'll probably put her fillers out to know I'm gonna say no, but it made me comforting knowing that invite
Yeah,
was there.
my
So
dude is welcome
you
wherever
just
I'm
have to
at,
make sure
anytime.
But
you just have to cradle it.
so let me
You just
tell
have
you, like for instance, like I look at women like this.
But
I
it's
see
kind of like
I
a hard
see
topic.
I see different levels of women. You know what I mean? And I don't put every woman on the same level, category, anything. Because let's say, for instance, when she said about the divorce part with women getting together and all that, I see women over here when they get together. I see them. It'll be like the middle of the day, middle of the afternoon. It might be like a restaurant. It could be like an outside dining area to go have some wine or just talk amongst women. That kind of deal, sitting out on a patio, that type shit, right?
Yeah.
And I see the childish kind of women you got to keep your eye on. Do I really trust this broad or not? They kind of, when I meet up with my girls, it always got to be at night with my titties out, my ass out. We got to go. I want more support at the club, though. It's a big difference. This lady go meet with the wine. She dressed respectfully and meet with her girlfriend.
It's a big difference, but then you got to think about the quality of the woman that you obtaining. Like, you know what I mean? So like, you know, this your girl. So if your girl get down like that, then that speaks volumes about you as well too. I mean, as far as that's her scenery. If you don't move like that, your woman shouldn't move like that. Your woman is a reflection of you. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you got a woman that's moving like that, then what does that say about you as a man? I feel like it should be of equal parts. So if that's how you maneuver in, or for instance, when we was it was a point in time, Benz, you know, when we was rocking every club, we was always in the club, we was doing our thing. You know what I mean? At that time, we might have been more comfortable knowing that we was fucking with somebody that was moving at that speed. You know what I mean? But as you change the dynamics of your life, it's like, okay, well, what type of people do I be around? I don't be around the same people that I used to be around when I was rocking in the club and I was doing all the shit that I was doing. I don't even hang around people like that right now. So the woman that I'm with, I wouldn't expect her to have that same type of atmosphere around her neither. You understand what I'm saying? Because that ain't the timing that I'm on right now. And you know what I mean? Respectfully, like you gonna put yourself in the arena to deal with the what you attracted and what you own. So if your girl is out there doing that, she got to constantly be in the club. She constantly getting drunk some goddamn where and all that and other. That say more about you. You've accepted this type of woman, and so you got to understand what come along with that as well too. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean about as you grow, your vision of what you want changes. So you know, like, okay, now I'm more laid back. Hey, shit, me and my girl can both go ride and go out and go riding or go do what we gonna go do, or you know what I mean? Or if we are rocking like that, we going to a concert, or we might go hit this lounge this night or whatever. This is something that me and my girl do together.
Right. Why play Russian roulette with your relationship? Anybody on the outside has to be looked at, no matter what level, because if you allow them in, they're gonna take more and more and more room into your relationship. And you pretty much spinning the bottle with that. So no Russian roulette with my relationship. I don't condone my girl having friends. I don't condone being friends with another girl, because nobody will believe I'm able to mitigate around that. So I'm just not for it. I'm not for having a female friend. I'm not for my girl having a guy friend. I'm not for it. I gotta go, guys. It's been great. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Thank y'all for letting me talk. Shout out to Benz. I gotta go.
All right, thanks for coming on, fam.
Of course. Peace out.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Hey, real quick, son. Yo, I just wanted to reply to this nigga Derek
A lot of
right
shit
there.
to think about.
Son said.
This is a good talk today.
Hey, yo, y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Son said he was trying to find a nice way to say what Shorty said. Right? First of all, Derek, if you still watching, let me tell you this, man. Don't try to find a nice way to say shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Shorty, because Shorty in the video, what it is the reason why I say that is because Shorty in the video, she didn't try to find a nice way to say nothing. Sometimes we need to hear shit the way it needs to be said. So if Derek, if you was trying to find a nice way to say that shit, my nigga, say that shit the way you thought it. The way you think it, say it the way you think it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about nobody's feelings. Be you at all times, my nigga. Don't worry about nobody's feelings. Everybody ain't gonna like the way you say things. Everybody ain't gonna like what you say, no matter how you say it. Everybody ain't gonna agree with it. So fuck finding a nice way to say it. Just say it the way you think it. That's number one. Now, with him referring to Shorty, she was like, yo, this is what goes on in the circle of women's conversation, where she's like, yo, girl, if I was you, I wouldn't do this. And I would tell him that. We already know that shit go on, son. We already know that shit go on. Like, that's old news. You know what I'm saying? But again, like, as we said this shit, the two words, the one word, I'll put that's repetitive. That comes up on a lot of subjects that we cover is the internet, or two words, social media. Because I like, there was a time where women had to talk to other women to get that kind of advice, right? And if you didn't have friends, you wasn't going to get that advice from. There was nobody for you to get that advice from. So now that we have social media or the internet, you have access to that information without the even need for friends. You could just get online and find that shit, because there's women online that's saying that shit on. They got their YouTube pages or their Facebook or the whatever the fuck social media page, and this shit is dedicated to, girl, let me tell you. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit is not even just about them, just like with homegirl, like you played the video. It's not just going on in female circles, but women just we all do, but staying on topic, women have a lot of access to information that they probably don't need to be fucking listening to, but they just have that access. And women are just, I think today's women are a little bit more impressionable than before, because of the easy access to information. It's just constantly in your fucking face. No matter what the fuck it is women don't need to look like this. This is what the ideal woman looks like. This is what your body needs to look like. BBLs, thick ass eyelashes, and whatever the fuck it is. So they give them
false expectations.
You know what I'm saying?
It's giving them false expectations, bro. Like, it's
but the bottom line, fam, real quick, is just that the access is there. So it's way more easy to be influenced, especially by the same sex, because there's dudes out here that's like, I can't really name any off the bat, put it that way, because I don't be paying nobody no mind off. I don't be watching that shit anyway, but I know that like there's certain podcasts or like niggas be having a little Facebook pages or whatever the fuck pages or YouTube, whatever, where they be like, yo, niggas up here, women are down there, and there's dudes that are like, hell yeah, like, and there's niggas that they feed off of that.
What
shit.
happened?
You see what I'm saying? There's dudes that feed off of that. So it's the same way with women, where it's the information is so accessible now that it's way more easy to be impressionable by the information that's accessible to us. So it's up to, sometimes it's, and I get you. You said something about like, yo, it's up to the homie. It's up to the dude. Some of that shit is to blame on him. I get it totally, and I agree with you. Not only do I get it, but I agree with you. But it's just like having a kid, bro. We can only do but so much with these women. When we done talking with them, whatever else is in their ear, whether it's just coming offline or they homegirl, that's what's more accurate. And the last thing that they're gonna remember is the last thing that they fucking heard. You know what I'm saying? And especially if that's what they really want to hear, because a lot of times when we trying to tell people what they don't want to hear, they ain't trying to hear you. But when they hear what they want to hear, nigga, I'm going that way because this is what the fuck I be wanting to hear all this time. And
what they say, Larry, the negativity and the bullshit is more entertaining than the truth. You know what I'm saying? So they pay attention to that shit.
It's like they say, hate spread faster than love. You know what I'm saying? Hate spread faster than love. That's how they said it. And these are the times we live in, my nigga. And whether it comes off as hate or not, sometimes hate, you don't see it that is hate until a day or so later, like, oh shit, like damn, I haven't peeped it. Like that's some slick shit. Like them niggas got me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got caught slipping, but that was some hate. it's not always blatant or in front of you, but it come in many different forms, and sometimes it's shit is smooth as fuck. Whether it's a smooth ass fucking YouTube page where they be like, girl, let me tell you, these girls, and I be seeing them because I be watching the female pages too. They be like, girl, and da-da-da, and I be watching this shit, and I be having to snap myself out this shit like, don't listen to this chick. You know what I'm saying? Because they go about this shit hella smooth, and then they be getting women's attention, and then boom, next thing you know, your girl is the one that we talking about on this motherfucking panel getting sucked up into that motherfucking information that it didn't come from a homegirl, but it came from the access that she had because it was social media.
What's crazy is they don't even check each other though. That's the part I don't get. You know it'd be bullshit. You know it'd be a lie, and they'll just sit there and read and just take shit. I mean, they know the truth and they won't even just check a bribe. Like, don't come on, that ain't true. This ain't that. They'll just sit there in agreement, or they'll just stay silent. You know what I mean? So even if you're not saying you stay silent, you still promoting the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Basically,
And
you definitely vouching. You co-signing that shit.
The real talk.
If you ain't saying nothing, you co-signing it.
If we going
I
to
say
get something
something.
else and somebody says something about one of y'all that I know for a fact 100% ain't true, and I see it and I just be quiet like this,
yeah,
You might as well be
I'm vouching and promoting the shit.
You might as well be vouching for it.
You might as well been writing the shit yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or motherfuckers are talking about, hey, let me see you the screenshot what such and such said. I don't care what somebody say. I'm more interested in what you said when I wasn't there to defend myself. Did you have my back? What did you say? Don't tell me what the next nigga said. The negativity. I don't care to hear about the negativity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it be fucked up though.
that's real.
You know?
Most
Yeah, I know, Caleb. Caleb said, I'm checking everybody. You was a witness. I saw it. Caleb do not be playing. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man. Hey, I think that's about our time, man. We about an hour and a half, man. But I do appreciate y'all, man. I want to.
This is a great talk. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
serious, man. We could have went on probably all night about this shit, but maybe we get back together. I don't know. It's the weekend coming up. There are times we don't have to go live. We can do this in the morning or the afternoon if y'all want to. I can record it, then we can just put it out later on that day if that's easier sometimes. So we don't always got to do this at 8 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock West time. You know what I mean? So y'all just let me know. But I do appreciate y'all for coming on tonight, man. Give me y'all opinions on both topics, though, man. This
Thank
shit
you,
was fun,
guys.
man.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. You know we appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
I love y'all.
Y'all be smooth.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Signing off, man.
Easy.